So what has been your greatest moment here at Ohio State?
I'd have to say winning the national championship 2 years ago. It was just an unreal experience that I won't ever forget, and it was awesome having just such a huge crowd of Buckeyes there supporting us, and yeah, that's something I'll never forget.
Any words of wisdom for future Buckeyes and guys on the team right now?
I think it's important to remember that you're also a student, and a lot of people forget that, and as it's important to be an athlete and do well in your sport, it's also important to get a good job and to be a good student, get good grades. So I would say concentrate on your schoolwork.
What is the greatest thing about being a Buckeye?
The greatest thing about being a Buckeye is the constant effort that you see around you, and the constant passion that you see from everybody on this team, everybody in the athletic department. Each and every day, you got a bunch of winners at this school and a bunch of champions. So, to be a part of that goal and that mentality has been great for me.
So what has been the greatest moment of your time here at Ohio State?
Greatest moment, that's a pretty easy question. Obviously winning the national championship. That's something not a whole lot of people get to experience. And the fact that I was able to be on the court and to serve the last point was awesome. Then have my friend, teammate Nick Gibson come give me a big hug afterward. There's some great pics if you want to check them out online. That was awesome. That's my favorite memory.
What are some of your future plans after you're done here?
I'm going to play overseas, hopefully. I'm going to try to find a professional team and keep my volleyball career going.
What has been the greatest moment here for you at Ohio State?
Well, it's obviously hard to top the national championship in 2011. But I'd say other than that, my personal favorites are always just road trips and goofing off with the guys in the locker room and just being with this group, especially this year that's so tight. A lot of my best friends, so it's definitely my favorite part.
What comes to mind would be winning a national championship as a sophomore in 2011. That was just probably the greatest moment because it's the best you can do in the season.
All right, last question again. What is the greatest thing about being a Buckeye?
Yeah, I'd say the greatest thing about being a Buckeye is definitely not Tim Doyle, but for me the greatest thing is just being able to represent a program with such a great tradition. One that I've wanted to for so long because I grew up 20 minutes from here, so I've wanted to be a Buckeye since I was like 5, so it meant a lot to me for sure.
Any words of wisdom for the underclassmen?
Come here prepared, work hard, and it's a great thing to be a Buckeye.
I think the greatest thing about being a Buckeye is the amount of alumni that are out there. There's over 500,000 graduates, so wherever you go, you give an OH shout, you're going to get an IO shout back. So, I think it's the connection that you form with your teammates, and then, going forth into the workplace and into the world, it's like you always have a Buckeye connection wherever you go.
Yeah, I would say come to practice every day, ready to play. Get in extra reps and focus on the little things first, and that'll turn into a productive year.
What has been the greatest moment being here at Ohio State?
I think winning a national championship was a pretty big moment for us. I think a lot of guys will say that's their greatest moment, but it was great. But for me, just being here every day and working with my teammates is always good, and it's always something that I look forward to the past 4 years.
All right, do you have any future plans after graduation?
Future plans, I'm going to get my degree in exercise science this semester and then take a couple more classes and apply to physician assistant school.
What is the greatest thing about being a Buckeye?
The greatest thing is, I'd have to say networking. After coming here and being here 4 years, I've made just an insurmountable amount of friends, and I know, they'll stay with me for the rest of my life. So it's been awesome.